The theme of this year's China Pavilion is building a shared future for humanity and nature. So, as someone who has long supported cultural exchange between China and Japan, how do you view the overall presentation of the China Pavilion? And how accurately do you think it conveys the image of contemporary Chinese culture to Japanese as well as global audiences?
The Chinese pavilion at Osaka Expo embodies Chinese very positive attitudes to the future based on its long history and deep cultural background. Now, for example, although it was replicas, the bronze pieces from Shinji ruins and show their advanced casting bronze techniques in ancient Chinese civilization. And even at that time, because when Japan was still in pottery era called Jomon. And although multimedia installation representing the 24 solar tank, which was invented around the 4th century BC, visually expressed the ancient Chinese wisdom of observing and living in harmony with nature. These solar terms, such as vernal equinox, summer solstice, are still very widely recognized and used in Japan too. It was a powerful reminder of our East Asian cultural heritage that emphasizes living with the rhythms of nature. Another highlight is the comparative display of lunar soil samples from both front and back side of the moon, which has generated significant buzz in Japan.
As we know, the Nanzuka Gallery has helped introduce artists like Hajime Solayama and Keiichi Tanaami, who have become highly popular among young people in China. Some say this is more than just a temporary trend and reflects a deep cultural resonance. From your experience, how do such cross-cultural connections arise?
And from a historical perspective, Japanese culture is deeply connected with China. As we know, Japan learned a lot from China as a big teacher in the past ages. One of the clear examples is the city plan of Heizhou-kyo, which is called Nara now, in early 8th century, is modeled after China's capital Chang'an, today's Xi'an. Of course, Japan is the only another country use Hanji as main letter, which came from China around 4th century. In this sense, the cultural resonance between Japan and China is not the result of two separate cultures. Young Chinese today respond more directly to their own historical context, personal stories, and the artists themselves than to conceptual values dedicated by academic frameworks. From the beginning, Nanzuka has aimed to break down the boundary between high art and low art or popular culture. Collaborations such as Sorayama with Dior or Tanami with Adidas are examples of this approach becoming widely recognized. I believe democratization of art aligns closely with the values of young Chinese people who might leave art hierarchies and emphasis individual expression.
And from a broader perspective, how do you see cultural exchange between China and Japan evolving among the younger generation? Because we know Japanese pop culture often influenced China. So would you say this has now shifted towards mutual dialogue?
In the past, like in 20th centuries, like Japanese pop culture, such as anime or manga or games, took advantage on playing a dominant role in shaping East Asian younger culture trends. But today, I believe we are witnessing a mutual culture exchange. With many young Chinese visiting Japan, elements of Chinese pop culture are now widely appreciated in Japan too, such as Chinese sci-fi film, the Three Body Program, or fashion brands, collectible toys from companies like Pop Mart is quite popular, or the game called Genshin. Also, the humanoid robot Shao-Chi, created by EX Robot, which exhibited at my museum in Shanghai last year, has also gone viral on Japanese social media. Chinese Douyin, like we call TikTok in Japan, is now the most popular SNS among Japanese youth people. Latest trends from Chinese youth culture are having a strong influence here too. Over the next century, I believe we'll see the emergence of entirely new forms of culture in Asia, driven by mutual curiosity and cultural fusion. In particular, I expect that digitalization of traditional IP and expansion of subcultures here will be new areas where creativity synergy is born from cross-cultural exchange.